Joe, Harry, Bernard, GPS Rule Knight, Don Wiley, the Elleries, Elton Anderson, let's see, Morrissey, and Freddie and Gordon. Okay, depressed looks on people's faces, right? My face when I take a picture, the mugshot picture, some Bailey's pictures, other people I've seen, right? No pooping, right? Usually that's a sign of constant badgering through a torture device, or just plain behavior by some people because they're just hateful, okay? Which causes and forces depression. When you guys do that on purpose, it means you do it to keep power and control over people. So when I hear that shit and other people got to deal with that crap that you guys say nobody can hear, but they can obviously hear it, it means you guys force them in that direction, which creates crime. It can do all these things. So how do you fix that, Joe, Minister, Don, Elton? Because it generally means you guys do it because you guys are the ones that committed the crime and then blamed it on the kids, which is going to keep them in depression while you guys get to run around and have fun, huh? Is that what you mean there, Ellery? So you guys can get away with rape and murder? Right? Right? You know, generally when kids speak out about being molested or raped, you know, they're not going to be happy about it. And I know some of you adults are victims too. But if you run a torture device from Coronado Island or Detroit, Joe, or Miami, because of that sicko, and you keep giving them shot after shot after shot in a rewind that doesn't work, I gotta find ways so people can move forward, see? And so that's why I let them humiliate me and do that stuff, because see, the kids get happier. It's not about taking over Starbucks or any of that stuff, because I know eventually that'll move on. And then the strip clubs will get happier, they'll clean up their girls, all that stuff, the churches, all that. So you guys break down those barriers, and then you can actually evolve and get around your crap shit that you forced punishment on people there, Joe, just so you can have power over them. Because I'm alluding to that the problem probably already started up in Washington or in Michigan in the first place, and that's your fucking problem, Joe. Because you want to keep control of 2 girls that you snatched from one of your daughters. And that's all you got, because you can't justify that losing a war or one of you. I mean, it's got to be the Elleries or you, Joe, or Harry. And then you just find any other girl that I become friends with and you start badgering them so Dave can supposedly be the Jew. Just so you know, David, not all of them had perfect white skin. So you don't want to be the blue and then put stuff in people's brains and poison them and do all this weird shit for your act. It didn't work for Hitler. It ain't gonna work for you, David. That's why I discouraged that kind of philosophy. In his own book, discouraged it. So, say la vie, do whatever you want. And I know you're trying to kill me, Joe, or Harry, or Bernard. But it's so that the reasons why you're doing that is because you guys know you're right, and you thieve from my dad or some of those guys that knew what they were doing to put in his Google Duncan, and everybody went for it, and then it didn't work, huh? And so now you guys just got to find other people to blame. Huh. Blues, the reds, the blacks, it didn't matter what color it was, you weren't gonna like it, huh, Minister? Because the world didn't surround you and Don Wiley. Come pick up your kid, Don. If that's him, I didn't set him here. It was David's little, oh, you're not a Jew thing. But David, basically, you killed some people's kids, and he ran a terrorist attacks on hospitals so he could protect your dumb ass, based through a religious philosophy. And then turns around and claims to be atheist and goes kisses people's asses who have money. So, like I said, Joe, I do this so when you go, or you guys go up there and you talk to your friends in the radio or in the biz, they can check this shit and go, huh, he fucking lied to us the whole fucking time. How will you be famous then? The whole point is, Lita, if you're lying about people and you're making up stories because you think you just get away with it, you got another thing coming. So your best bet is to stop and think about what you're doing so it saves your own life. And don't get me wrong, Lita, I mean, I could only imagine that somebody else is just controlling you through a chip anyway, too. So I have to think about somebody else is manipulating you. So, like I said, I'm just going to narrow it down to the idiot who stole the shit. And then let the military and the rest take care of that dude. Or whoever took it. It's that simple, because they're eventually going to figure it out anyway.